Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a channel where we learn MS Excel from the very basics. In the first video, I have told you that the Excel can be used to perform a variety of arithmetical functions. That is, if a shop owner is having an Excel, he can type all the sales which he has passed for the day, and at the end of the day, just by inserting a formula, he can get the total amount of sales he has made in a day. And by doing so for the continuous 30 days, he can get the same for the month as well. Till now, we have seen the very basic functions of the MS Excel. From today, we'll be learning the arithmetical functions or the formulas which we can use in the MS Excel and can do our work. Excel is nothing but a super calculator. It helps you to perform a wide variety of functions so that you get your work done in a single place. Let's see how does this work by directly going into the MS Excel and seeing how can we use the functions or the formulas in the MS Excel to get our work done. Let's go directly into the MS Excel. Let's see how can we perform the arithmetical functions in this MS Excel worksheet and get our work done. So here is the data which I have taken for our educational purpose. These all are the dummy data and I have just created it randomly. Now over here you can see that I have mentioned the date, name, the maintenance which is received for the period and with their mobile numbers. Now, suppose you are in a society and these are the names of the persons who are there in your society. Now let's take the example of a classic society, that is Gokuldam society. If you have watched Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, you know what I am talking about. Now assume you are staying in the Gokuldam society and you are the secretary or the person in charge for looking into the day-to-day accounts and finance of the society. Now this is the data given to you and you want to get the insights from it, that is the total amount received from the maintenance for this month. Suppose this is a month of the June and I say that you have to get the amount which is received from the members as the maintenance for this month. So here is the amount which is received from each particular member and there are almost 14 members over here. Now what we basically do is just take our calci, add the amount one by one, that is 5,000 plus 6,000 plus 6,000 and so on, and get the answer over here. Now instead of doing that, we can just give a formula in the MS Excel. Now make a kind note or keep in mind the point that whenever we give a formula to the MS Excel, we need to start it by giving is equal to sign. If we don't give is equal to, the MS Excel will think that we are just typing the word and it will not derive at the formula or not give any answer. Now first I insert is equal to, then I type my formula, that is for this I want to add this plus this plus this plus this and so on till here. One way to do it is this. Now what is the problem in this way is that this is too much tedious work and you have to simply go on clicking for this data one by one. Instead of that, there is a formula in the MS Excel which says sum. That is, if I type is equal to and sum, you see that a sum appears over here, that is the function. Whenever there is a function, the Excel gives it in the form of fx over here. If we click on the sum, it tells that add all the numbers in a range of cells. That is, the Excel adds all the numbers from the range. To activate or to select this formula, we need to enter the tab button in our keyboard and then just select the data using our mouse or using our keyboard. The shortcut key was simply by pressing the placing the cursor as the first cell and bringing it down by clicking the key Control plus Shift and down arrow and it will come down. Now I selected my range for which I want to insert the sum formula and I press enter. You see that the answer is displayed over here. I'll keep it in bold and I will insert a border to it so that you can understand that is the total. Now over here 6600 is the total. Now why does MS Excel work is that if if I want to change the amount over here received from any person, the sum over here gets automatically changed and it is not that we go on adding it one by one the again and again. So this is the use of the MS Excel. If you want to see, I can show you an example that instead of 6000, if I type 5000 over here, see the sum which is displayed at the end, it will change to 65,100 from 66,100. I have placed 5000 over here and you see that the sum also gets changed. This was the use of the formula that we can use it once and by changing the values the total automatically gets changed. This was the basic use of the sum function, that is we can use the sum and arrive at the total. Now we'll see how can we use the multiplication formula over here. If I come to this cell over here, that is at the I column, I write over here total amount and we see that the total amount which is received from the flat for the particular year. Now suppose this is the year 25-26 and I want to see that how much amount is received from the particular member for the entire period and also the total amount received for the year. So here I don't need to just go on calculating it manually. I can also give a formula over here to get the result. That is, I have said you whenever we want to give a formula, we need to start with the is equal to symbol. Now I want to get the result over here, that is total amount. Now total amount is nothing but the fat maintenance received per month into the total number of months. That is over here 5000. If I click on it 5000, it gets selected E2. Then I add a multiplication sign and into H2, that is number of months, and I press enter. You see that the amount gets displayed over here. Now the amount is not presented in commas. To make it present in comma, I just need to select the cells or the data where the amount needs to be displayed and just click on the comma over here and you see that it gets displayed in comma and we can directly understand that it is 60,000 rupees received from Tarak for the year 25-26. Now I have also taught you the autofill function. Now the autofill function not only works where we type the data manually, rather it also works where the formula is inserted. Now to get the result, do you think that I just need to go on typing the formula each and every single time I need to get the result? No, not really. If you are using MS Excel, you can do it within seconds. That is, I need to do just nothing, come over here and double click at the bottom of the cell and you see that the amount gets displayed. Now here there is a concept called as absolute reference and not an absolute reference. This I will tell you in the further videos. For now, you can just type this formula and get your result. Reference also changes from the one cell to the another. That is, if I see over here, it is E8 into H8, and if I come down, it is E9 into H9, which tells that the formulas get the result accurately as we require. I come to the bottom of the cell and I place again a sum formula over here. Instead of that, I can just copy this formula over here by pressing Ctrl C and come over here and paste it over here, and you see that the formula gets pasted and we get the amount which we require. By copy pasting, you see that the format of the cells also get copy pasted and we don't need to format it again from the very beginning. The same function applies for dividing as well. That is, I press is equal to this cell divided by this, and if I press enter, you see that the amount gets displayed over here. This was the arithmetical functions which we can use in the MS Excel. So in today's world, if you are scratching your head and taking lots of stress doing this manual work, or the students who are learning this the manual mathematics way, you need not learn this. You need to just learn the applications, that is, where is it rightly used and how can we use it in a faster and efficient manner. This was it for the day, guys. If you are watching and learning from my videos and applying the things which I am teaching you, I am sure it is helping you to do your work in a faster and efficient manner. Make a favor to me, that is, kindly hit the subscribe button and the bell icon at the channel so that you get the notification whenever I publish a new video which helps you to learn the MS Excel step by step. You can also share this video to your friends who are learning the MS Excel from the very basics. This will help them to level up their skills. Kindly subscribe, share and hit the bell icon to never miss any learnings. Thank you, keep smiling and have a good day.